Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to the Lord General YouTube channel. You would have seen over Christmas we did an unboxing with the family of the First Strike. I'm now going to show how this plays out for a solo wargamer. So if you stick with the video, I'm just going to run through scenario 1 in the set, which goes through basic rules. And if you do find this playthrough useful, please do like the video, subscribe to us to get all the latest playthroughs. So to set this scenario up, you have 3 Intercessors. Instead of fighting in their unit in this battle, they fight as individual models, and they go one at each corner of the map, like so. And then we've got 6 Poxwalkers. They usually fight as one unit, but for this scenario only, they get split up into 2 units. Now these troops can't actually shoot. All they can do is fight in hand-to-hand combat in melee. But this scenario dictates that there's no hand-to-hand combat, because it is just teaching the basic rules of the Warhammer 40,000 system. So the idea of the scenario is one unit needs to get off this end of the map, another unit needs to get off the top end of the map, and it's the job of the Intercessors, of the Ultramarines, to stop the Poxwalkers getting off the map. So I found this system so far to be quite biased towards the Intercessors. A lot of the scenarios seem very unbalanced. You can see the PowerPoints is 4 for the Intercessors and 2 for the Poxwalkers in any case. I usually find that this scenario does end in a draw, which is when one unit can get off but not 2, or usually a Ultramarine victory, so we'll see how we get on here. So the first rule to learn, because the Poxwalkers move first, is that they have a movement allowance of 4 inches. Now there's a rule which says you can advance if you roll a die and add that number to the 4 inches. So in this case we can move one unit 8 inches. So we can move this one. So we could have done with a bit of a longer ruler. Obviously you could have had your own tape measure here. So we're going to look at the next unit. Let's say 3, so 7 inches. I'm just going to try and move these straight down that way. They can't move within an inch of the enemy, because that would then invoke a sort of melee situation, which is prohibited in this scenario. So now it's the job of the Intercessors. I find the strategy here is to try and block the path of these Poxwalkers, because they can't move within an inch, they need to then go round the Intercessors. Now if these were to roll to advance, they then couldn't fire, but of course we want them to fire to try and wipe out some of these units, because that's the only way that they'll actually win this scenario, by wiping out some units. So what I'm going to do is move this up to 6 inches. So if we try and say put it about there, so then they can't go around that way, they can't go around that way, they have to go off up there. I'm going to move this one in as far as possible. The reason being, he can then shoot at either of the units as they advance, and also the closer he gets, he can then do some rapid fire with his guns, which I'll show you in a minute how that works. And this one, we're going to try and move him up as well, to try and block their path, about like that. Okay, so now it comes to firing. So this game, each unit has different weapons equipped. So it's really a very tactical level game. Whereas before in this channel we've really looked at strategic level type games where, you know, a unit of 200 infantry is a unit of 200 infantry, and that's the same type of unit throughout the entire game, like in pike and shot type systems. As you can see here, individual weapons, even grenades, are assigned to units. The Poxwalkers only get improvised weapon. As I say, they don't fire, they usually fight in melee. You can see the type there is melee. So they got to declare whether they're going to fire using the bolts pistol or the bolt rifle. You see the type of the pistol is pistol 1 and the type of the bolt rifle is rapid fire 1. So the strength is 4 for each. Bolt rifle has more armour penetration, which would affect the saving throw, which won't affect this game, and the damage is the same. It causes 1 wound if it hits. So the rapid fire means that if it's 30 inches, or 15 to 30 inches, it can fire once. But if it's less than half the range, say 15 inches or less distance, they can fire twice. So let's just measure this one out of interest. So this goes 6, 12, yeah, so he's within 15 inches of that one, so he could fire rapid fire at that. It's quite a small map for a Warhammer 40,000 game, and this is more like a puzzle game than the actual battles that you'll end up fighting. So this might put some people off, but we'll see how we get on. So like I say, I wasn't fully convinced with this Warhammer 40k battle system, but I'll keep trying it. It's fun to play with a family. It's quite fun as a solo wargamer. So first of all, we'll resolve this combat here. So he will shoot into that unit. So first of all, we need to roll to hit, and his ballistic skill, he's an intercessor, so he needs to roll 3+. So yeah, so he's going to fire rapid fire, so he's got 2 die and he needs to roll 3 or higher. He misses with both of them. Okay, so now we'll have a go at this one. We'll fire that into there, 3 or higher. It's got 1 hit, and then he needs to roll to actually wound the character. So we look at the strength of the weapon. So we've got a strength of 4 against the toughness of the Poxwalker, which is 3. So because that's higher, we need to roll 3 or higher on the die, which he's done that. And now the Poxwalkers have a trait which is disgustingly resilient. So each time a model in the unit loses a wound, you can roll a dice, and on a roll of 5 or 6, the model does not lose the wound. So they need to roll 5 or 6 to save, which they've missed. So we've lost 1 of the Poxwalkers down here. It's the player who owns these Poxwalkers who gets to choose which one is removed. That becomes a lot more important later on when you've got squads that have different types of figures in there with significant different abilities. So I'm now going to see if he can fire rapid fire down here. He might not be able to reach it. 6, 12, up there. Yeah, he's just in range, he's within 15, so let's use this one to fire rapid fire down here. So in this game we're ignoring any terrain features on the map. So 3 or more, that's 1, so 3 or more to wound, that's done it. Now they need to save on a 5 or a 6, so that's 2, they've missed it, so they've lost another character. Let me quickly show you the chart which shows how you wound in this game. It's down here. So you can see you work out the strength compared to the toughness, and that will dictate what die roll is required. Okay, so that is the end of that segment. So now down to the Poxwalkers again. So again, this unit down here is going to advance 6, that's a good through. So he can move his 4 inches. And he can move up to 6 inches. So he's going to be off the map next time if he survives this round. But he can't do anything else. Now this unit down here, we've got a 2 to advance, so they've got 6 inches. They're going to come off, try and bypass. You see this is blocking the way now, so that's making their advance off the map slightly worse. Okay, back to the Space Marines, or the Intercessors. So I'm going to move these up here just in case you can fight either way then. Same with this guy. Move him down slightly. And this one up here, we'll try and move him back to do a bit more blocking. So he can't move within an inch of them, but he can go back there. So let's start off resolving this combat down here. Rapid fire, 3 or higher. So that's 2 hits. So roll to wound, 3 or higher. 1 wound. The Pox will save on 5 or 6. And it's a 1. So that unit is destroyed. So now it comes down to these 2. So he's going to rapid fire that way. So he needs 3 or higher. Roll to wound. 4. Not much of a die roll, it is what it is. 5 or 6 to save. 6 saves. This Intercessor up here. So 3 or higher. 5 and a 1. To wound is a 1, so that's a miss. Back to the Poxwalkers, they could get off the map here. So it's a 2 plus a 4, so they've got 6 inches to move. Well, the whole unit can't get off the map, so we'll just move them close to the edge as we can. Okay, now it's the Space Marines' turn. They can move 6 inches. They're going to close in on these Poxwalkers, and surely they're going to get rid of them this turn for a full Intercessor victory here. And they're just going to turn around. So let's see, 6, yeah, so they're all within rapid fire range. So because they're all going to fire at them, I'm going to resolve it all as 1 throw now. So I'm going to try and get 6 dice, so we want 3 or more. Three or more. Okay, that's not enough. Save on 5 or 6. So 1 save, so there's 1 shot down there. The Poxwalkers' turn. They've moved off the map and they've escaped. It's a draw. So we destroyed one of the Poxwalker units and saved the rest of them. So hopefully that's give you a bit of an introduction to the moving and shooting and how that's calculated. Any questions or comments, do let me know below. It's quite a fun system. I'm enjoying it. I've played with my daughter, who's 4 years old, and she's getting into it. She likes playing it. I've played a few solo games like this, and it's quite fun. This is more of a hobby so much as a game, in that obviously a lot of people spend a lot of time painting these figures. I'm not a huge painter myself, but I'm enjoying painting it to basic standard. And it's a hobby that you can fall into a trap, because this is a 25 quid set to have fun with. You'll get a good few hours fun out of it. Then you want to buy more and more figures, and then it's the figures that start adding up in the cost. So this is a good set to start you off, see if you enjoy the system. You can build up slowly from there if you enjoy the system. It's not what I'd usually go for, but I'm saying it's going to be a 7 out of 10 at least so far for this system. So yeah, enjoying it. Check it out if you're half interested. So I'll try and film scenario 2, which looks at close combat, shortly. So have a good new year, and until next time, enjoy gaming, and I'll see you soon. Please do subscribe if you like the channel, and we'll catch up soon. Bye bye.